old shit is better than your new shit. Your flow in this game is really useless. Step it up, you need more improvement. Your whole career, I can ruin it. I beat you down without using two fists. Like them boys from Bompton, I'm ruthless. Serve it to you full portions, no roof, Chris. You talk a good game, you ain't gon' do shit. I'm far from a rapper, I'm a street poet. I educate the streets just to keep them going. Brilliant black entrepreneur with a sharp mind. They say money don't sleep, I'm on a sharp grind. You ain't starved with us, then you can't eat with us. It's cutthroats over here, you can't have a seat with us. Humble on my grind, I ain't got no patience. You niggas is lazy, I see why you hating. Don't give it to them too cool, calm down.
Top of the day, what's good with it, y'all? I want to thank you once again for pulling up, tuning in. Got another one like the other one. If you haven't, comment, like, subscribe, follow, put you on media. We're going to put you on. What's going on? It ain't going on. You know the saying. We ain't going to put you on. Thank you again for pulling up, tuning in. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I was scrolling, not to be trolling. Like I said, I was scrolling, not to be trolling. So apparently this happened a while back. I think maybe about like 3 years ago, the news people said, but I guess dude just got convicted. Troy Anthony Schroeder, leader of the Hells Angel, attacked 3 African Americans out here in San Diego at Ocean Beach. Y'all got to be careful out there at Ocean Beach, Mission Beach. Don't think just because it's the beach and it's nice and sunny and it's not the ghetto and it's not the hood that shit can't pop off. Shit could pop off anywhere, like I done told y'all before. Shit could pop off at church. Shit could pop off at Walmart. Shit could pop off at the grocery store. Shit could pop off at, I don't know, Panera Bread. It could pop off anywhere. But yeah, supposedly one of the dudes got one of the Hells Angels girlfriends or whatever. And they attacked one of the dudes. The other dude, they beat him up, kicked him in the face. And the other dude, he left his partners. This for all you out-of-towners. You come to San Diego, man, just have a good time, mind your business, and just don't think it's just sweet, because you just never know, man. And a lot of us African Americans are not liked out here, and a lot of other ethnicities, I'm not going to say, they don't automatically know that you from out of town. They just think you from our neck of the woods, Southeast San Diego. You black, you know what I'm saying? Because mostly that's where us Southeasters, go to the beach. You feel me? It's just like where some of y'all go in y'all neighborhood or in y'all city, you feel me? So y'all just be careful, man, when y'all out here in San Diego. Don't, when you get off the plane, it's, palm trees and good weather is. It can go down anywhere in the world, anywhere in America, any state, any country, any city, any hood. I'm gonna tell you what my parents used to always tell me. Don't ever think it can't go down anywhere, because it could. Any moment, any time, any place. So, you know what I'm saying? To you African Americans that do come to San Diego, just, move like you would move if you is in your city. Don't just think, it's all nice and pretty that you can just, everybody weak and soft and all that type of stuff, because, But yeah, he got 21 years to life, and they say he was saying racial slurs towards the black people. You feel me? Was it a hate crime? I think it was. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was because they was getting at one of their girls. I just think, these what they call it, said something to the chick, and that gave them a reason to pop off. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like if you don't like somebody and they, I don't know, step on your shoes or something, that's going to give you a reason to pop off, because you already don't like that person, so you like, shoot, I already don't like him, let's get it popping. Feel me? So I think that was their excuse to do what they did, but y'all got to be careful out here, man. And it's crazy, too, because before I came across the story, I think it was maybe last year, I was somewhere out here, man, and I was telling people this, too. I was somewhere, and they was across the street deep. Matter of fact, I was in Point Loma. You know what I'm saying? And it was a gang of Hells Angels across the street deep. You feel me? And I didn't move, and I ain't, trying to be tough guy. Let me go over there. Nah, I seen them. They didn't see me, but I seen them, and they was deep. And I was like, that's my cue. Get up out of here. You feel me? Yeah, so when y'all out here, man, be safe, be careful. We're going to get into the video clipping of it, too. You know what I'm saying? And him being in court. You know what I mean? I hope he gets what he gets. You feel me? He's already been locked up. You feel me? So I hope he gets what he gets when he gets to where he gets to. Somebody gonna get on you, and you're gonna have hell to pay. And in other news, in St. John's, Michigan, Madison Mackenzie Wright has been locked up for falsely accusing 2 African-American boys of assaulting her. So the tables have been turned in reverse. She tried to supposedly lie and say that 2 African-American young males attacked her on a walking trail out there in St. John's, Michigan. I've never been to St. John's, Michigan. I've been to Detroit, I've been to Ann Arbor, I've been to Lansing, and I've been to Flint, Michigan. But I ain't never been to St. John's, Michigan. That seemed like that's like Upper Peninsula. But now she's in jail. And you know what? I don't wish jail on nobody. But when you lie like that, well, you get what you get. And you ain't going to have nobody but to blame yourself. So I hope you learn your lesson. And to everybody that's out there listening who wants to falsely lie and say they're going to call the police and sit up here and lie on people, you will get your due diligence. And that's why we're talking about this, because this just happened to me earlier today. I go to, KFC to get some food for my mom. And the female, she don't even speak when I walk in there. So I said, go get your manager. So I tell the manager, like, yeah, she didn't even speak. And I could tell her and, oh boy, they either screwing around or he like her because he took in defense for her. Then I seen her call me a bendejo, like I was stupid. I seen her lips. He tried to defend her, so I'm telling him, like, man, she just called me a bendejo, man. I seen her lips. Woo, woo. He's like, she not even talking. I said, bro, how would you know if you had your back turned and you facing towards me? So long story short, he wants to, oh, now I'm going to call the cops. Call the cops for what? You're threatening me. How am I threatening you by telling you that she's calling me a bendejo and she has bad customer service? You see how they do? They'll try to flip it in this lie. So I said, you lying. You declamation of the character. Well, yeah, you're right. But you're trying to get closer. How am I trying to get closer? There's a counter right here. You see how they do? But that's okay, because I call corporate. And tomorrow I will be calling a civil rights lawyer for discrimination and declamation of character. Got to start getting them by. Get them by the pocket. Yep. Because they always do that. So, without further ado, we're going to get into these clips. Get your popcorn ready. Get your blunts ready. Get your champagne ready. Get your Kool-Aid ready. Because we are about to get into these clips right about now. Let's go.
Today, a judge sentenced a leader of the Hells Angels biker gang to 14 years to life for assaulting 3 black men, and he added 7 years for related hate crimes. It happened 3 years ago in San Diego's Ocean Beach neighborhood, and we do want to warn you here, some of the details are graphic. NBC7's Jeanette Quesada joins us from the San Diego Central Courthouse now with the details. Jeanette. Well, that man appeared in a blue uniform. His family was also present in the courtroom for that sentencing, and he was sentenced to 14 years to life with 7 more additional years for related crimes.
Mr. Shoulder pulls out his pocket knife and he stabs the victim in the chest. And I want to address some of how Mr. Shoulder characterizes his actions as to what actually happened. So Mr. Shoulder says in his letter to the court that essentially his plan was, I think he said, to poke him in the thigh for reasons that are not entirely clear to me. Why on earth he would want to do that?
44-year-old Troy Anthony Shoulder is described as a longtime Hells Angel leader. He was among 17 members of the gang who assaulted 3 black men on Newport Avenue. The attack was triggered because one of them dared to talk to one of the girlfriends of one of the members, prosecutors say. According to the court documents, they repeatedly told the victims racial slurs and told them they didn't belong in that neighborhood. One victim was able to escape by running. A second victim was punched and kicked in the face and all over his body, leaving him unconscious on the sidewalk. Then prosecutors say Shoulder pulled out a knife, rolled the third victim on his side to expose his heart and chest, and stab him in the chest, cracking his sternum.
But what the video shows is that Mr. Shoulder stands over the victim. He rolls the victim onto his side to get him in a better position. He opens his knife and he plunges it into the victim's chest. And I understand that Mr. Shoulder said in his letter that he is adamant that his thumb was on the blade, as if that was somehow going to stop the knife from moving in. But that's not what happened. The only reason that wound wasn't even deeper is because it hit Mr. Lewis's sternum.
Now, Shoulder has 60 days to appeal if he wants to, and the victims could also file for restitution. From the San Diego Courthouse, Jeanette Quesada, NBC7.
A white woman falsely accused two innocent black men. White woman gets arrested. Now that's a twist. But at a full mass in Michigan, the St. John's police on Thursday arrested a 20-year-old woman who 3 days earlier claimed that she was the victim of an attack on a popular walking trail, the Lansing State Journal reports. Madison Mackenzie Wright faces 2 felony charges of false report of a felony. That's what I'm talking about. We've been talking about this since day one on Indisputable. This is according to the St. John's Police Department, who determined her story, quote, did not align with evidence accumulated to substantiate her statements. Wright's bond was set at $5,000, which is too low in my opinion. Wright told police, I want you to hear this story. Wright told the police she was walking by herself on the Fred Major Clinton trail just after midnight on Monday. Okay? This is late Monday. Quote, when she was confronted by 2 male subjects who approached her from a wooded area north of the trail, end quote. Wright said the men tried to grab her and added that one slashed at her with a pocket knife. This is quite an inventive story. She described the men as 6 foot tall. They were thin, wearing a black hooded sweatshirt or sweatshirts, black pants, and they had black skin. Everything is black, 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 and black. Wright reported the attack 12 minutes after she alleged it happened. In a statement, St. John's Police said the officers searched the area at 1:05 a.m. About 45 minutes after Wright claimed the incident occurred, they found no one. A follow-up investigation confirmed Wright had not been truthful, said police, who warned the public against believing everything they read on social media. Isn't that something? The irony of this. Ladies and gentlemen, I would say this is actually a bright moment. This is light at the end of the tunnel. This is an opportunity for us to actually celebrate an investigation taking place, a proper investigation, where the words of an individual who decided to utilize this fantasy story in order to incriminate 2 black men was investigated and thoroughly investigated. Here's a statement from the St. John's Police. The St. John's Police Department would like to assure the community that the safety of the city is a fundamental priority. The inaccurate and speculative social media post related to this incident resulted in significant concerns for the community. The department urges residents to rely on information issued by the department, which will be distributed in a timely and situationally appropriate manner. Police added extra patrols to the trail after Wright's claims. The next day, a woman posted on Facebook that her niece's friends had been attacked by 3 guys with knives and, quote, was lucky and got away, but was beat up and very traumatized. The post caused plenty of angst and some accusations that St. John's Police weren't keeping the public properly informed. Now, obviously, we're going to bring some updates to this story because the woman who the police have determined made a false allegation, usually that means they have damning evidence like possibly a video or recording that this did not happen. Her case has to be adjudicated. And so in that adjudication, we will follow it to make sure we know exactly what her motive was and what her, let's just say, contrary information became out of this story. All right.
Now, if you ask me with the Hells Angels video, I think he was purposely trying to kill them. You know what I'm saying? I think that was purposely a hate crime, you feel me? Like I said, he used that as leverage, you know what I'm saying? They was trying to get at one of the members' girlfriend. Okay, if they was trying to get at your girlfriend, okay, she with me. All right, do a movie. You feel me? I think that was, as they say, a scapegoat. You feel me? Like, okay, they black, African-American. They're getting at one of our guys' women. Let's use this as a tactic to attack them. Because I think if they wouldn't have said nothing to him, they wouldn't have attacked him. But the fact that they said something to the women, they use that as an excuse. But that still don't give you an excuse to, you know what I'm saying? All right, I'm going to attack this person. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, you check them. Hey, man, she with me. Or, you feel me? If she's solid, she just know better not to even say nothing or look. So, however the situation went, he was in the wrong. And now he's going to have 14 plus 7 years to think about what he did. You know what I'm talking about? And that's what he did. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, over here and put you on media, we don't wish jail upon nobody. We don't. You know what I'm saying? We don't. But after you get caught, you already in jail and they come across my way, I'm going to say what I have to say. So, you already been caught. There's evidence that shows you in court. So all I'm going to say to you is, that's what you get. You either smoke or get smoked. And in this case, you got smoked. So you'll have 21 years to think about it. And like I said, I hope somebody make you pay for that. Real talk. Real talk. And I'm glad them brothers is alive. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad they're not unalive. You feel me? I'm glad that, you know what I'm saying, they hopefully, you know what I mean, they recover from that. But yeah, that's what you get. But yeah, man, to you out-of-towners, man, be careful when you out there, man, in Ocean Beach, Mission Beach. Just be careful, man. Don't think just, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, you been to the ghetto or you been to the hood or you in the hood in the ghetto, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Can't nothing happen. Because it can go down anywhere in the world. It can go down anywhere in America. It can go down anywhere in California. It can go down anywhere in San Diego. No matter where you at. So just be careful, man. And it is a lot of racial tension out here. Just like it's a lot of racial tension out in the world. So just be careful, you know what I'm saying? But to Mr. Schroeder, you buddy. Ha! You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you can say whatever you want to say. I think that was a hate crime. It's played this day. I think that was the scapegoat, like I said. Oh, y'all get that one of they brides? Oh, we already don't like black dudes. We owe you. And then in the second clip, as you can see, with Miss Madison McKenzie Wright, lying. Like I said, over here, I'll put you on media. We don't wish jail on nobody. We don't get down like that. We don't fuck with police. We don't work with police. We don't do none of that. But if you do something that you ain't got no business doing, you've already been caught, and you behind that fence, I will say this in defense. That's what you get. And I think, now this is what I will say. This is what I will say. Hear me out. I do not wish jail on nobody. Not even my worst enemy. But if you falsely lie and say somebody raped you, molested you, if you falsely lie and say somebody attacked you, if you falsely lie on somebody and call the police, yes, your ass do deserve what you just did. I'm going to say it again. We don't wish jail upon nobody. Nope. But if there's somebody who you falsely call the police and be like, yeah, this person over here touched me the wrong way, and they really didn't do that, and then they go to jail behind that, yeah, and then there's evidence that they didn't do that, yeah, you should get what you just threw out there. What they say, what you throw out there, what you throw out, you should be able to catch. So what you threw out there, yeah, you should catch. So that's because there's a lot of innocent people in jail who then went down, got records, got cases for some bullshit ass females lying, and I was crazy because I was just saying this: women can lie through an emotion. And some of you people and some of you men are so game goofy, it takes you about 15 years to realize that. A woman can cry to you bold-faced with tears, puppy dog tears, boo-hoo crying, and be lying. What'd he say? What'd he say on that episode of Martin? Lying and crying, Tommy. Lying and crying. Little girls do it. Little kids do it. Yes, I'm doing it with the puppy dog lick, but make you believe him. So, like I said, if you out here doing stuff like that, yeah, you should get what you threw out there, because that's wrong. I'm so glad that they put two and two together and see that her stories didn't add up. Evidence didn't add up, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad, because then them two brothers would have been sitting in jail for Lord how long, how many years, and then she would have been sitting there lying. I mean, sitting there would have finally came out and said, you know what I'm saying, they didn't attack her like what happened with Emmett Till. Yeah, so there should be a stipulation on that everywhere now, not just in Michigan, everywhere. If you lie, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. Real talk, because that's got to stop, like for reals. Because we got too many innocent people, majority innocent African Americans and majority innocent Latinos going to jail behind somebody lying and behind a woman lying, saying that they did this to them and they did something to them. This, and that's wrong. You feel me? That's wrong. And like I said, when people do that type of stuff, I feel the table should be reversed. The roles should be reversed. Like I said, I don't always jail on nobody, but when you do stuff like that, you should get what you deserve. You should get what you just threw out there. How come you get to hit that person, but they can't hit you back? No, I don't roll like that. What they say was good for the goose ain't good for the gander? Nuh-uh. How come you can hit them, but they can't hit you back? No, I don't roll like that, for reals. And society has a long history of that. Primarily this color. I ain't got to go down the list. You know, you can Google it. Y'all got Googles and YouTube. How many young innocent brothers have been incarcerated due to somebody lying, and y'all know who lying. I ain't gonna say that, but y'all know. I ain't gotta go down the list. Y'all know. The most recently one was the Central Park dudes, and they did damn near about over a dime. So just imagine how many others, man. That's terrible. That stuff gotta stop, man. That stuff gotta stop, man. So please, y'all be careful out here in the summer. Watch who you talking to. Watch where you at. Watch your surroundings. Don't think everywhere is sweet. Don't think everywhere ain't like the streets. Just be careful, please, man. You young brothers coming up getting your money, man. Don't be no dummy. Watch out for these honeys. You understand what I just said? You young brothers getting this money, don't be no dummy, and watch out for these honeys, because they gonna try to play you like you funny. Real talk. Real talk. Watch who you talking to. Don't even be talking to nobody chick. You see she with a dude, just do it moving, for real. So you ain't even got to worry about the situation that just happened with them dudes, if that is true. If it ain't true, then dude's going to go to hell. He's still going to go to hell. But, you know what I'm saying? If it is true, just don't even talk to nobody with a boyfriend. You see her out with her boyfriend, baby daddy, fiance, husband, homie, lover, friend. Just do it moving. There's too many women out here to be losing your life, man, for real, man. Real talk, man. So y'all be careful out here, man. It's finna be hot. Wow, y'all know what happens when heat and tension mix, it go down, man. So lay low like a shark and stay cooler than the fan, man. Want to thank you once again for pulling up and tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to Put You On Media, and that's PUTYOONMedia. We're going to put you on. What's going on, it ain't going on, we ain't going to put you on. You know the saying, one life, love it and live it. Health is wealth. Believe in self, God first. Believe in yourself before you believe in anything. Real talk, man. Signing off, man. It's your boy Too Cool. Put You On Media. One love.
Blacks.
There's nothing wrong with them, but you should race mix.
But you wouldn't kill them.
No.
Kill Jews?
You just send them back to Africa.
Yeah.
That's where he came from.
But you all brought us here.
No.
You all brought us here.
The Jews brought you here. The Jews brought you here.
That we gave you.
White Christians had nothing to do with it.
How they feel?
Well, if your four white fathers thought we was some monkeys and some dogs and stuff, why did your four white fathers rape us for my four ancestors or the rest of these four ancestors in here? Why did they rape us? You know how much monkeys why did they rape us? Or why did they beat us and stuff? Why did they touch us? Because I heard nobody don't touch no
Have to
monkey.
repeat that. I can't understand what you're saying.
What? Go ahead.
Why did you take it out on everyone? Everyone didn't do that to you.
Excuse me?
I said, why do you take it out on everyone? Everyone didn't hurt you.
Listen, I have a black friend in school. I have nothing against blacks. She has nothing against me. She understands where I'm coming from.
And where's that?
I'm coming from the Holy Bible. It says it right in the Bible.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm a Jew, and I just like to say that, you know, in our Bible it says that you're like animals. What Bible are you reading from?
Operation had a very direct, devastating impact on the Black Panther Party. In every chapter, there was at the very least, a serious informant. But most of the time, was not only an informant, but also a provocateur, someone who would be in the group to agitate, to confuse.
People on the East Coast were supposed to get letters from people on the West Coast and vice versa, talking about each other, and it ultimately caused a split within the Black Panther Party, but they weren't sending the letters. The letters were coming from the FBI. I would say that Hoover's effect and his impact on African Americans and our attempt in our struggle for freedom has been extremely negative. He destroyed several black leaders. He destroyed and broke the back of numerous black movements. It was learning at the feet of Garvey that J. Edgar Hoover became the monster that he was, the one to destroy civil rights and civil liberties, using a state-sponsored terrorism that was also racist to destroy struggles for democracy by black people.